Yeah, so God's been good to us, and He's been helping us work through things. These last pregnancies, put some strain on not just my health even more, but relationship as well. It changes you when you go through hard times, and then on top of your spouse having hard times too. One partner leaning on the partner for other things more than other because of health, and when you're both just going through it, it's difficult when it comes to confiding and depending on each other because you both are weak, you know? And I don't think people really consider that and look at that in relationships, especially if you argue and things like that. It can be hard because most of the time it can really be coming from the fact that you're not understanding each other and you are overwhelmed. Neither of you know really what to do or who can do what because you've already exhausted yourself, especially if you already have kids. I see a lot of hateful people out there on the internet say, well, just don't have kids, blah, blah, blah. You don't know that you're going to have these things or these problems. You don't have a roadmap that says, hey, when you turn 21 or 25 or 34, then you're going to go through this and that and the other. You're going to get in 3 accidents. That's not at fault, and it's going to cause your husband and all that stuff to... You don't get those warnings in life. And you don't get the warning of having hyperemesis because, again, there's not enough research on it. I think there's a bit more now, but everybody still has different opinions and stuff like that. But when it comes to taking care of your health, mamas, let me tell you something. Do what you can. There's been times in my relationship that I had to, me and my husband, we had to some arguments because of our health. And just because, I'm like this or you're like that, we're what we have. And we have to still work together, not against each other. And that's very important when you have a support team and going through things mentally and physically. You want the right support team, or you're going to shut down when I'm at my weakness and you're at your weakness. How are we going to negotiate? We're not going to look at outside things, and we got to get stronger. And how are we going to do that? Not wallow in our sorrow. And that can be tough.